Babylon, which is America, also known, also spiritually, is Sodom and Egypt. All right, we're gonna start off like we do every camp with the mark of the beast, or the MOTB, right? And we're gonna go into the book of Revelations, chapter 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Now this word mark is going to go into charagma when you go into it in the Greek, right? And the reason you want to get it in the Greek, because you got some camps out here that's teaching that the mark of the beast is a spiritual thing, or it's a thing, you know, it's what is it, sleeping with white women. I'm trying to watch what I say. There's little ones around, okay? But nevertheless, there's a lot of people that got false doctrines on what the mark of the beast is, and it's because they don't have any understanding, right? But the mark of the beast is a physical mark, right, which goes into charagma, outline biblical usage, right? A stamp and imprinted mark of the mark stamped on the foreheads or on the right hand as a badge of the followers of the Antichrist, right? The mark branded upon horses, thing carved, sculpted, graven work of idolatrous images. The Strong's definition, charagma, right? It goes into a scratch or etching, i.e. a stamp, as a badge of servitude, okay? Now when you go into that word scratch, right, because we go into words over here, and we were taught by the elders to always go into our etymologies so that we get some understanding on what these words mean. All right, so we got scratch. It's a lot. Should have already had this up, man. I need to start getting this word looked up and have it already ready. It's lucky, right? 14th century, scratch, a mark or wound slightly on the surface by scraping or tearing action with something rough, sharp, or pointed. Now, what is going to be used to do that? When you go into the word, when you go further into the etymology of charagma, you're going to get the word charax, right? Now, this word charax, it's like charax, right? Outline biblical usage, a pale or stake, a palisade, right? A palisade. And when you go into what a palisade is, you go and look at what an ancient palisade is. It's similar to what you would think a hypodermic needle would look like, man, right? And let me show you what kind of needle I'm talking about, man, because I know I haven't been showing it for those of you who've been on the comments, right? Slovakia. Right? And they use it for pets, man. It's locked. Gotta check. As you can see, hypodermic needle, and you can see that charagma in the top right, man. But that's what you're looking at, okay? And that's what's going to be used to insert that mark, that charagma, that RFID chip, right? Because that is the mark of the beast, the RFID C-hip, okay? Now the palisade is going to be used to actually put that mark within you, man. It's that needle, like I just said. It's going to be used to insert it, whether it be in your hands or in your head, man, right? An example of it being in your head is Neuralink. Think of Neuralink. I forgot what they call the one in China, but China has one, and I believe Russia has one as well. And then of course, you know, you got all the nations starting to come out with theirs, and this isn't by coincidence, man, right? Everybody's preparing for what's to come, which is this MOTB. It's going to be, you know, pushed forth in a mass scale. It's not just going to be here in America, man. America's not going to be the only one that faces this MOTB, this mark of the beast. It's going to be implemented all over the world, right? And they're going to have a new global currency, right? Everyone's going to be having a set and basically like an allowance that they're going to be allowed to have. And it's going to be, hey, you spend that allowance for the month, and then that's all you get. And then if you don't spend it, you lose it, okay? And it's going to be based off of your social credit score, man. How willing you are to accept all of Esau Edom's, his bullshit ass decrees, man, his unrighteous decrees, right? Slovakia. I'm trying to keep it PG, man. Right? Now you got Revelation 13 and 17, and that no man might buy or sell, right, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Okay, so hey, you're not going to be able to buy or sell without these things. Like I was just saying, man, you're going to be extra ostracized from the rest of the world if you don't take this mark, right? Only the men of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, man, the elect, they're gonna stay away from this thing, man. Right? You 2/3, you gonna take that shit, man. Okay, especially you 2/3 that are in the prison system, because they've already released that they're going to be working on a brain chip for you prisoners. Right? You're gonna take a what is it, a 20-year sentence, and you're gonna reduce it to a 20-minute sentence, right? By what? By microchipping the brain, man. Okay, right? And I'm gonna read this from the top. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Right? Verse 18, here's wisdom. Here's wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. For it is the number of a man, and his number is 666, which goes into what? Nisai stigma. Okay, when you get the root etymology of Nisai stigma, you're going to get the word stigma. This is why it's important to go into your words, man. You're going to get that word stigma. Stigma in the outline biblical usage, a mark pricked in or branded upon the body, man. You hear that? It says a mark pricked in. It's going within you, man. This is a physical mark. Okay? You know, contrary to popular belief by these other Israelite camps that are teaching you that it's sin, right? I'm not gonna say no names, but we all know purple and gold teaching you that it's sin. And you got the ones that we're all black. What are they teaching you? That it's being with white women, right? And then you got some that say it's damn, what else they say it was, man? It don't even matter, man. You got a lot of false doctrines out. Hey, the RFID C-hip is your mark of the beast, man. It lines up with prophecy. Even the man who created it, he admitted it. He admitted that, hey, he didn't realize that what he was creating was going to be the mark of the beast, but he had released to the public, right? He said it, that, hey, this is the mark of the beast that I was creating, you know, roughly paraphrasing what he said. So even the man that created it admitted that what he made was the mark of the beast. But see, you Jake, you come online, you get a little following, and then you start spewing bullshit, man. And you're gonna have a lot of blood on your hands, because when people take this chip thinking that it's not the mark of the beast because you told them it wasn't, right? And when they realize beyond a shadow of a doubt that it is the mark of the beast, they're gonna want your head, man. They're gonna want your head on a platter, dude, because you misled them. Okay? Now we get the Strong's definition of stigma. Let's go a little deeper. Strong's definition, it says stick, i.e. prick, a mark incised or punched, right? For recognition of ownership, man. Because you're going to be owned by who? When you get this mark, you're going to be owned by the beast system, man. That's what you're going into, right? But you notice that it says incised. Let's grab that real quick. I don't normally grab that one, but I should. Let me grab that. Let me grab that etymology of incised. Incise, right? Incise, which goes back to incise, okay? To make a cut, right? Because you're gonna have they're gonna have to use a scalpel to make that cut, because that needle, that needle that's gonna be used to insert that chip is a little thicker than most needles. So in order to make it easier and less painful, they're gonna have to make a little incision, right? And then they put the needle in there and inject that chip, right? They do it. Hey, you don't believe me? Look at how they tag dogs, man. They're gonna do you the same way. They're gonna do you the exact same way, man. They're gonna tag you, and then you're gonna be in this system, right? And just so you know, for some of you who think you're slick, if you get the mark of the beast, just so you can get you some food, right? Feed your family, feed your little ones, right? You get that mark, and then you think you're gonna take it out. That's not happening, man. Once you get that mark, you're marked forever, man. That's it for you. Be prepared for missiles, because that's what's coming. When this place is destroyed by thermonuclear destruction, you're gonna be in line with that. If you don't get an even worse death or unalivement, right? By what? By these concentration camps. But then guess what? Yahweh could still bring your ass back, man. Salakia. Yahweh could still bring you back. Okay, he can still bring you back and unalive you again in this lake of fire, man. That's coming. This thermonuclear destruction, which is that lake of fire. Okay. So this is not a game that we playing, man. We don't play around when it comes, especially to the mark of the beast, because it is deadly serious. Your salvation is at hand. So we're not gonna bullcrap with you. We're not gonna lie to you. We do our due diligence and study and learn these words and go into these definitions so that you're not led astray to believe some fable, man. People telling you that it's sleeping with white women. That shit don't make no sense to me. People telling you that it's sin. Well, if the mark of the beast is sin, then everybody got sin, including Adam. What are we talking about? Nobody is walking this earth that don't have sin, man. So if that's the case, then everyone has the mark of the beast. So we know that not to be true, man. Right? Now let's get even further proof. Let's go to Revelation chapter 16, verse 2. I love bringing this out. Hey, the water Yahweh by Shem Yahushua for putting the spirit on the brother Montezabah to go into it in a live that I attended, and he went into the commentary for Revelation 16, which we're gonna go into after we grab this verse, right? Revelation chapter 16, verse 2. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image. So this grievous sore, man, right? Which is going into what? A cancerous boil. Let's prove it. Let's go into the Greek, right? Which you're gonna get helkos, right? Helkos goes into the outline biblical usage. A wound, especially a wound producing a discharge or pus, a sore, an ulcer. This is a cancerous sore that's going to be on you, man. For all of you who take that mark of the beast, you're going to get a cancerous sore, man. It's going to be caused by what? Let's go into it, man. Let's get this commentary. It's from John Brown, right? We're going to go down to point 2, and we're going to get 2 and then A, right? 2.2. Notice also the first bowl does not affect those who have refused to accept the mark of the beast. Okay. Point 8, as we discussed in earlier chapters, these foul and loathsome sores, right, these cancerous boils, right, could be a result of the angel simultaneously popping the lithium batteries that power the womb to tomb microchips implanted under the skin of all those marked by the beast. So here, hey, you got a biblical scholar that just told you that it's womb to tomb microchips, man. They're telling you. They're not hiding it from you. So anybody who rejects this, guess what? You go and get that mark. You go and get that chip, thinking that you're good, and you're gonna burn in this place, because this place is going down in fire, man. Right? And this camp is gonna be going into a topic that hey, you know, I just decided to hop into it, but nevertheless, my wife keeps having dreams, right, regarding a wedding, and it's always the same people attending this wedding. And you know, some of the times of the dream she's completely prepared for the wedding, and there's other times that she's not, right? And we know when a dream is consistent of a wedding, that could be going into salvation. That could be going into salvation, man. Right? The deliverance. That's what the wedding could be alluding to. And then that got me thinking. I'm like, oh man, like some of the times that she's prepared, some of the times that she's not prepared. So those times that she's not prepared, like damn. That means, hey, I look at that like, damn, I got work to do, man. She got work to do, but that means I got work to do as well, because I'm the head of this house. I'm the head of my house. Okay? So are we preparing ourselves for this wedding? Are we prepared for the wedding, man? That's what this is really going into, this lesson, right? And like I said, she had multiple dreams, but let's go to Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. Because thou have kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. And what is that hour of temptation? We just went into it, man. It's the mark of the beast. It's that MOTB. Are you going to take it just so you can feed your family, so you don't have to watch your kids starve? Right? Because that's what they're really going to be leaning on towards. They're going to be leaning on a lot of women and a lot of men, you know, leaning on to the fact that you have children, you got to feed them. That's what they're going to try to push, man. And then it's going to cause a lot of people, especially women, to lose faith, man. Because they care about their kids. They care. They're not gonna want to see them suffer, right? Not having empty bellies for a couple days. They're not gonna want to see that. But it's something that you might have to go through. Some of us might have to deal with that, man. That doesn't mean, you know, to fold when times gets hard, because it's coming and you can't avoid it, man. It's coming. Look at this economy today, man. Just look around. Shit, take me for an example. My mortgage has doubled within the past couple years, man. It's doubled. Why is that, man? Why is everything skyrocketing? Why is food costing so much, man? Even the price of gas is going up. It's climbing slowly but surely, right? But people aren't paying attention. They're going about their day-to-day, not understanding what's to come. They're not understanding that this economy is going to boom. It's going to collapse. It has to. In order for them to usher in the MOTB, this economy has to go. They have to try. They have to do something different. And if you think that America can pull back from this debt that we're in, we have trillions and trillions of dollars, trillions upon trillions of dollars worth of debt. We're not climbing out of this debt, man. They've already told you. Financial advisors have told you that's impossible to climb out of the amount of debt that the America has unless they have a war. That's the only thing that's going to pull them out of this fucked up economy is a war. And we all know World War III can't happen until the MOTB is ushered in. Okay? So MOTB is around the corner, man, because America's at the heels of war. So we got the economy failing. America's at the heels of war. MOTB's around the corner. Trump is pushing forth all these data centers, right? Trying to push out, hey, the more data centers they got, the more MOTBs they can trace. The more they can trace you. Why do you think he's so heavily invested in these data centers, man? Because he's going to need these data centers in order to run these chips properly, in order to keep track of you properly. And that's what's coming, man. But listen, Revelation chapter 3 verse 10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, right? Because we held fast, right? Have kept the word of my patience. I will also, let me not read over that too fast, right? Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, right? We have to be patient in this thing. What is that going to? Endure. Let's grab that real quick, right? Let's get this in the book of Matthew chapter 24 verse 13, okay? But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. We got to endure unto the end, man. We can't choke when things get hard. We can't choke when the MOTB comes out and you sitting there wondering how you and your kids gonna eat. You can't fold under pressure, man. Take your ass out to the wilderness. You got locusts, you got pigeons. That's plenty of food, man. Eat up. But you wicked ass Jake, you're so used to going to the grocery stores, man. You're so used to being able to go to Food Line and grab a loaf of bread, right? Go grab some bottles of water. You're not used to having to go out there and catch rainwater and things like that. You're not ready. Okay, right? But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. A lot of you, Jake, don't want to endure shit. Y'all look for outs, man. What are the Christian churches pushing? A rapture. There's no fucking rapture coming, man. There's no fucking rapture coming. That's impossible. That's not endurance. That's not enduring. You Christians want to get pulled out before things get hard. You don't want to have to prove your faith. You just want to be, you want somebody to grab your hand and take you to the kingdom by hand in hand. You don't want to work for it, right? You gotta say it all the time. Hey, man, I got faith. What did James say? What did the book of James say, man? Shew me thy faith without thy works. You Christians can't do it, man. You can't show faith without works. What was said immediately after? What did James say? I will show you that my faith by my works, man. Because your faith is going to be shown in your works, man. That's what's going to be shown. If you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing according to what Yahweh Shem Yahushua told you, then you're not really for him, are you? You're just a fake, man. You understand? Right? But he that shall endure until the end, the same shall be saved, man. Endure until the end. Jake, come on. Gird up thy loins and show thyself to be a man. Roughly paraphrasing. Get off your fucking ass. Get into this book. Follow the prophets, man. Right? Follow the men of GMS, also known as Great Millstone, and those who keep the like-minded doctrine. Notice that I said those who keep the like-minded doctrine, because some of you wicked-ass Jake are going around saying that GMS said that they the only ones that got the truth. Who the fuck said that? Right? The Wada Yahweh, all the kids on the left. Hey, I can speak how I want to speak. The Wada Yahweh. But who the fuck told you that, Jake? Right? Let's get back to, you know what? Let me grab another one. Because we got to endure. What does it say in 2 Timothy? Salakia. 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 7. I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith. Right? Was that faith was that faith without works? No. Right? Henceforth, there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord, which Yahweh, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day. What day? At the end, man. Right? And not to me only, but unto all them that also love his appearing. A lot of you, Jake, are not gonna love when Yahushua returns. You're not gonna love that, man, because you're gonna see that sky crack. You're gonna hear that loud boom. You're gonna see those stars coming down, which is what? ICBMs coming in, and you're gonna dread. This is the day that Yahushua returns. You're gonna dread that day, man. You're gonna look around and be like, oh man, my house is gonna be gone, my car is gonna be gone. Never mind Yahushua coming to redeem his elect, man, because you know you're not of that number. That's why you don't want to see him come back, because you know you're not of that number. Slacky. Keep my head on the swivel out here, man. I don't trust nobody. Hey, it is what it is. Henceforth, right, there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which Yahweh, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day, and not to me only, but unto all them also that love his appearing. Right? And that's appearing of what? His son, Yahushua. Okay? So when Yahushua comes, the elect are going to rejoice. What do you think the 2/3 are going to be doing? They're going to be cursing, man. They're going to be dreading. They're going to be weeping and gnashing of teeth. That's what they're going to be doing. The elect are going to rejoice, man. They're going to be like, finally, it's time to get the fuck up out of here, man. Finally. Don't have to deal with this shit no more. Right? Let's get back to that Revelation. Let me see. No, I'm gonna jump to no, I'm gonna get back. Let me get back to that Revelation and read that, because I want to get 11 as well. Revelation chapter 3 verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, you endured unto the end, man. Just like we just went through with those other precepts, you endured, right? Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, that MOTB, when it comes through. The elect are not going to take it, man. They're not going to fold, right? And also will I keep thee from that hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world. Remember what I said. Hey, this MOTB is going out through the whole earth, man. The whole world's going to have to deal with this. The whole world's going to be given that choice. Take this chip, or take this L. Right? Which is really not an L, it's a win. You don't take the chip, hey, it's a win. Because you're not going to be vexed with that that Revelation 16:2. Okay? Which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth, man. Right? And you 2/3, you're going to take that shit. You're going to eat that shit up, man. Let's get verse 11. Behold, I come quickly, hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. We want to hear, hey, well done, good and faithful servant, man. It says, let no man take your crown, man. No man. And a lot of you, Jake, are handing your crowns. You're giving them away. You give them to wicked ass men, and you giving them to nasty, trifling, wicked ass women, man. A lot of you men is doing that. You're giving your crowns to the woman. What? You're giving your power over to a woman, which goes against the scriptures. Let's grab that. Let's grab that real quick. It's lucky I got freaking allergies whooping my butt right now, right? Proverbs chapter 31 verse 3. Give not thy strength unto a woman, nor thy ways that to that which destroyeth kings, man. Give not your strength over to a woman. A lot of you are handing your crowns over to a woman, man. You giving it to her just so you can please her. Get the fuck out of here, man. If you're not with this thing, if you're a woman in this thing and you're not with it, you can keep it fucking stepping, man. I don't need you. What the fuck I need you for? You're a fucking hindrance, man. You're a fucking hindrance. You could be just like Lot's wife, man. You can stand your ass right here and get that ICBM, man. I don't give a fuck, but you're not finna give my crown over to you, right? Just so I can watch you burn with it. Nah. Along with myself. Hell no. No. Fuck that. Right? Don't get that strength over to a woman, man. If she's going off, if she's wicked as hell, you know, get the fuck away from her, man. And I'm not saying you have to push this truth onto your women and onto your wives, man. If she pleases to dwell with you and she doesn't interfere with you in this ministry, she's cool, man. She's cool. But if she's interfering with this ministry and being a raging demon, right? A dragon, hey, cut that chick off, man. She ain't worth it. She ain't worth the headache, right? Let's go to the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. The wiles of the devil, Slaki. Right? Put on the whole armor, man. This truth. Put it on, man. Guess who don't got on the whole armor? You motherfuckers out there teaching that the MOTB is spiritual. You niggas don't have no armor on. You're armorless, my nigga. Right? And you probably got on t-shirt fringes, which is a fucking undergarment. To those of you who don't know, t-shirt fringes, you're putting your fringes on an undergarment. It's supposed to be on a garment. You understand that? Not your underwear, man. Okay? T-shirts, hey. T-shirt fringes, don't go knocking on a brother if you don't got t-shirt fringes, man. Don't go banging on them. Talking about some where your fringes at, man. And you got on the fucking undergarment. Right? Put on the whole armor. Right? Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Right? For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places, man. Spiritual wickedness in high places. Who's that going into? You're going into your leaders, man. Whether it be your governors, your presidents, fucking even your boss at work, man. That nigga's if it's an Edomite, that nigga's a devil. Even if it's a Jake, he might be a fucking 2/3. Especially if he owns some shit, he might be a 2/3. And a fucking demon. Okay? Hey, that's what we wrestling against, man. That's why we're constantly vexed. That's why the scriptures say, what does it say, Salakia? Let me grab that verse, man. Wise man is angry at oppression. Salakia, roughly paraphrasing. Oppression make a wise man angry. That's what it is. The water Yahweh. Right? Book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. So this state that we're in right now, man, we're not ruling like we're supposed to be. We're not in a place of leadership, man, where we can determine what's good for us to do. Like if it's a Shabbat, we can say, hey man, I'm not supposed to go to work, I ain't going to work, man. We don't have no power to do that, man. We stuck under this damn devil's foot, man. Him and his fucking kingdom. And then he might have some jakes that he put in power over you, and them niggas is wicked. Right? Let's keep it going. Verse 13, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. That evil day is what, man? We just talked about it. Right? Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth. Right? Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth. Okay? A lot of you niggas don't got truth. Right? A lot of you niggas is mixing truth with lies, man. But a lot of you niggas don't got truth, man. You're not girt about with truth, right? And having the breastplate of righteousness, man. Let's see what else I want to get, man. Salakia. Hey, I'm gonna go back into that that whole, because that shit pissed me off. I heard a Christian say a while ago, what, like we don't have to go through tribulation. You know what I'm saying? Basically the elect don't have to go through tribulation. How the fuck are they gonna prove that they're worthy of being called the elect if they don't go through tribulation, man? Yahweh chasteneth who he loves, man. Let's grab that. Right? Salakia. I'm just going with the spirit. Just bear with me while I'm looking up these verses. Hebrews chapter 12 verse 6. For whom the Lord Yahweh loveth, he chasteneth and scourges every son whom he receiveth. So if he's receiving you as a son, he's going to chasten you, man. What is the greatest chasteneth he's going to get? The greatest chastisement you're going to receive from Yahweh B'Ashem Yahweh Shai is that when that MOTB comes on the scene and you have the choice to take it or to not. Are you going to listen to Yahweh B'Ashem Yahweh Shai and not take it? Are you gonna lean on to your flesh, man? Lean on to your flesh. Lean on to your wife, your kids. The scriptures tell you, he that loves his father and mother more than me, or his son and his daughter more than me, is not worthy. Right? So don't count yourself unworthy by leaning on to your kids and leaning on to your wife and leaning on to all this shit and taking the damn mark of the beast. Right? And falling out at the end, that is piss poor, man. To fall out at the very end. MOTB is basically the end, and you fall out then. That's wild, man. You know, sat up here, you did lesson after lesson after lesson, push this truth out, right? For those of you who do lessons, and just for the MOTB to come on the scene and you to fold. Hey, I pray to Yahweh B'Ashem Yahweh Shai that he holds me strong in that time, because we don't know. Some of us could be walking examples of Yahweh holding all the power, man, and we could fold in those last days, man, and take the mark. Yahweh Ratazah, I'm not a part of that a part of that lot, man. I do not want to be a part of that lot to push forth and do lessons and do lives and break bread with the Akim just to turn around and fold on the fucking mark, man, just because I get a little fucking hungry. That's crazy. Or just because I'm in a concentration camp facing possible death or unalivement. Nah, man, that shit sound crazy. That shit sound crazy, right? Let's continue. Let's get Ecclesiasticus Salakia chapter 2 verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve Yahweh, prepare thy soul for temptation. Prepare yourself, man. Prepare yourself. You know what's coming. All of us who are in this thing, we know what's coming. We know this MOTB is coming. We know Jacob's trouble is around the corner, right? You women, you know Jacob's trouble is around the corner. You know the times that's coming. You know, those of you who are unmarried, that you're going to have to take hold of a man of Yahweh B'Ashem Yahweh Shai for him to be able to guide you into this thing, man. Right? But some of you women still, hey, my man can't have no other woman. Who the fuck is you, girl? Who the fuck is you, woman? Like, Yahweh could just take you out and then give him 3 other women. And you in the grave waiting on the lake of fire to come so he can bring your ass back, put you in another body, and toss your ass in the fire. That's wild, man. Right? Verse 2, set thy heart aright and constantly endure. There it is, endure. Endure, endure, endure. Guess what? This was not included in that. A fucking rapture. A rapture is not enduring. That's not enduring. Just like the Christians said, hey, we're getting raptured out, man. We don't have to worry about the tribulation. What the fuck you mean you ain't got to worry about the tribulation? What kind of weak-minded shit is that? What kind of weak-minded shit? That's why there's so many people that's going to fold, and come against the man of Yahweh B'Ashem Yahweh Shai, because they're going to realize that all their life they believe nothing but a lie. They believe that the rapture was coming, and now that they realize and know that it's not, now they shit out of luck, man. Now they realize all that time. That's why it's going to be so easy for them to come against the man of Yahweh B'Ashem Yahweh Shai and unalive them. Okay? Right? It says, set thy heart aright, constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble. Don't try to rush the time of trouble, man. Endure. If you gotta be one of them brothers that go into a concentration camp when things hit the fan, endure. You're supposed to be in prayer. Pray to Yahweh B'Ashem Yahweh Shai and pray that he delivers you through that. You don't take that time to crack. Don't fold when the pressure gets hard, man. Right? Verse 3, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. That you may be increased at your last end, man. That you may be called that good and faithful servant. And what do you have to look forward to? Let's get it. Let's lock in. Let me grab it real quick. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 2, verse 42, starting from verse 42. I, Ezra, which is Ezra, saw upon the Mount Zion a great people, whom I could not number, and they all praised Yahweh with songs. And in the midst of them there was a young man of high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. That's what we want to have, man. That moment where we're standing all in line and Yahweh Shai is placing crowns on our head. Yahweh Ratazah, we're part of that number. That is going to be amazing. Never mind the spiritual powers, it's going to be great. Never mind the everlasting life, that's going to be great. Never mind the kingdom that to come, the beautiful city that's going to get built for us, that's great. But to stand in formation and have Yahweh Shai place a crown on your head, that, yo, you can't beat that, man. You can't beat that type of glory. Okay? Right? It says, which I marveled at greatly, right? Verse 44. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and have put on the immortal. Because we're gonna go from being mortal, right? These chains of darkness, this flesh, and we're gonna be given immortal bodies, everlasting bodies, man. We're gonna be known as extraterrestrial. You understand that? Right? And you're never gonna get sick. You're never gonna perish. You're gonna be good, man. You're gonna live forever. I don't think you understand how beautiful that is, man. Especially if you're of the first fruits, man. You're of the elect, the 1/3, and 144,000. That's gonna be a beautiful thing, man. Right? And even the 2/3, yeah, you're gonna be in that everlasting shame and contempt, right? Because you're gonna know, hey, man, I was a bug out, man. I went off. I went against the prophets, man. I was fucking up. But guess what? You still gonna be in a higher stature than all the rest of these fucking heathen. So in a sense, you still above them. You're still above them, man. It's not no in a sense you are. You're still above them. But why put yourself through that lake of fire? Why put yourself through that Jacob trouble and that hardcore tribulation when you could just turn to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, man, and let him deliver you and endure? Okay? And have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of power. Now are they crowned and receive palms in their hands. So they confess the name. So, oh shit, IUIC, damn, I guess I did say they name purple and gold. What happened? You said we wasn't gonna be given a name yet, but these men were confessing the name. What's going on, man? How your congregation read this verse and disregard it, man? Because they love men rather than the Most High, man. That's what it is. They love men rather than Yahweh. Let's get verse 46. Then said I unto the angel, What young person is it that crowneth them, and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of the Most High, Yahweh Shai, whom they have confessed in the world. Damn, they confessed his name too, being Yahweh Shai. Right? So all you people out there saying Yahweh Shai is going to receive a new name.